Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have a little bit different video for you here. I'm actually going to expose this as fake news. This video that's been pretty viral, millions of views I'm sure at this point. This lady in Australia, these officials come into her home, and she's just in her pajamas, and she's pregnant and everything, and she's handcuffed because she was inciting. It was called incitement. She basically on Facebook was planning a anti-lockdown rally, and I'm going to expose this as absolute fake news. This whole thing is contrived. It's got Gematria like crazy that proves it's all fake, and so that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do first is play the video for you if you haven't seen it, or if you've seen it, watch it again. But look in the light of that it's fake and see what you can see. That, you know, that is like, what that doesn't make sense, or it's maybe little clues that this is fake. So there's some things I picked up on after I watched it. At first I had compassion for her, like anybody does and everybody does, and that's why these Psyops / predictive programming things are put out there, because they're to control the masses, and they're to get them incite fear and people not to do these kind of things and not to go against the status quo and other things that they're doing. Okay, but watch this video and see what you see, and then I'm going to go through it in all the stuff that I saw. So, again, I watched it, and I was like, okay, and then I thought, wait a minute, what? And then I'm going to tell you what I saw at first, and then go through a lot of the stuff that's in here. So, here we go.
Yeah, you can show me your search warrant before you go through my house.
You're the occupied or tenant?
Yeah, I own this house.
Yeah, it is. That's a search warrant.
Search warrant for what?
Now, what I will explain to you is if you want to listen, you got your phone going.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Right. Now, you're under arrest in relation to incitement.
Incitement?
What's that? Now, you're not obliged to say or do anything, but anything you say or do may be given evidence.
Excuse me, incitement for what? What on earth? Yeah. Excuse me, what on earth?
So just put your phone down.
Can you, like,
relation
record
to-
this? I'm in my pyjamas.
What's
I have
this?
an ultrasound in an hour. Because
Yeah,
I'm
she's pregnant, so...
I'll take it easy.
What's this about?
But I have an ultrasound
Just let me
in
finish.
an hour.
Let me finish and I'll explain. It's in relation to a Facebook post, in relation to a lockdown protest you put on for Saturday.
Yeah, and I wasn't breaking any laws by doing
You
that.
are actually, you are breaking all. That's why I'm arresting you in relation to
In
incitement.
front
How
of
can
my
you arrest
children,
her?
In
That's-
front of my 2 children.
Can't you just say to her, take the post down? Like, come
I'm
on.
happy to
Not obliged.
delete the post. This
Yeah,
is ridiculous.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I have to give you these caution and rights. You understand?
Yeah, that's
You're
fine.
not-
Like, I'm
not
happy to
obliged
delete the
say
post.
do
This is
anything.
ridiculous. Like,
Anything you
this is
say
in front of
do
me. That's
may be
fine.
giving evidence. You understand that?
Yeah, that's fine. But my 2 kids are here. I have an ultrasound in an hour. Like, I'm happy to
Let me
delete
finish.
the post.
You also have the right to communicate with or to communicate with a legal practitioner. You understand those rights?
Yeah, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is a bit unfair. Come on, mate.
No,
What about she just doesn't do the event? Like, it's not like she's done it.
Well,
She
you've
made a post.
already committed the offence. So I'm not going to
So that's an offence.
Now, the search warrant entitles us, and we're required to seize any computers, any mobile devices you have.
What on earth?
Yeah, can I just get your badge there, mate?
It's all there. Okay? You understand?
No, I don't really understand what's gone wrong. I really don't understand what
told you
this
under
is
arrest.
ridiculous.
You've
I've
got
got
to
This is a lot of stress on her too. She's pregnant, like, come on.
I'll just relax.
I'm relaxed. This is just very unfair.
Just have a search. What we're going to do, I'll explain what we're going to do. We seize any
Okay, does anything stick out for you? Well, when I first watched this, like I said, some stuff stuck out for me, especially after I thought about it a little bit, and especially with the pink. She was wearing, believe it or not, she's wearing pink plaid pajamas. PPP. And I know my first letter code. Basically, I don't know of anybody who's ever talked about first and last letter codes. I have many time in my videos and proven it. My main video of proving it, it's a massive evidence, is the REM song, It's the End of the World as We Know It and I Feel Fine. And the first letter code for all those words is an anagram. Okay, and anyway, I'm not getting to that right now, but I've basically proven in a lot of my videos that first and last letter codes on all kinds of things that are put out there as predictive programming are very valid. They show what's coming, that kind of stuff. So when I saw pink, first of all, I know what the gematria for the colors are, and I know what pink is. Okay, and I'm going to get into that in just a second here. But pink, pink plaid pajamas. I mean, it was a thing that stuck out for me. I noticed them right away. She's wearing pink plaid pajamas. Okay, so the other thing is, I looked into this immediately, and I saw this to confirm what I thought, that this person is playing a part, and this is the way the person normally looks. And then, this lady here, whatever her name actually is, but she was made to look very homely and stuff. So a lot of people have a lot of compassion for her and things. But this is how she didn't match how he looked in the video. So he had tattoos and all this kind of stuff, and she looked very homely looking as far as just the average woman, or whatever, trying to look very, dressed down and everything. But this is how she normally looks. And so immediately that confirmed what I was thinking, that something was going on here. Okay, so what was going on? Well, let me show you. But first, I want to talk to you about, I want to put it down some things. I want to talk about 4 different concepts with you. Okay, before I get into this video. And I've shared these in many of my videos, but for some reason I really want to get this so I don't have to say a lot of things, reiterate myself. I say things several times and all that, and reiterate things. So septem in Latin, when you go to Google the Latin to English translation, septem is in Latin is 7. So when we say September, we know it as, most people, the masses know September as the 9th month, but really in Latin, septem means 7. So the reason why they call it September is because to the elite, the ones who, it's based on the revised Roman Empire, it was a Roman calendar that's been around a long time ago, but that's how they view it. There's a lot of clues to that, but they view September as the 7th month. Okay, but we see it as 9th month, but they see it as the 7th month. But really, they're equal in their eyes, because they use a 9 and a 7 interchangeably, if that makes sense. And I've shared this many times. Some of you already know all this stuff. I'm going to reiterate some of this stuff on purpose. So, and then the other thing about 6, it equaling 9. And to the elites, that's how they look at this. And this is what I've come to conclude over a few years of studying this and looking at this, and Lord teaching me, basically, Lord Jesus teaching me how this works. So 6 equals 9, because if you look at 6 upside down, okay, it's really not 9. It's upside down and backwards. And I'm saying that on purpose because they do things backwards, they do things upside down, and then they do things upside down and backwards to hide things, whatever they're doing. So, things might be backwards. For example, 9/11 could be 11/9. That's backwards. Or upside down and backwards would be 116 upside down and backwards, because 1 can go upside down either way or backwards. And 6 or 9 is upside down and backwards. But 116 is upside down and backwards 9/11. So just an example how that works. So, but 6 and 9 are interchangeable to them. So if you see a 6, they could mean 9 or a 6. It doesn't matter. But easily a 6 becomes a 9 when you're looking at this Gematrian thing. So that's the second premise I want to talk about. The next one I want to talk about is how 3, 4, 5 digit codes. There's not very many. When I get into some of these phrases, that there are 4 digits, Gematrian numbers are 4 digits, and there's even some 5 digits I've dealt with. But a lot of them are 2 to 3 digits. But 3 digits, what's interesting about the 3 digits is a lot of times they're hiding information by taking one of the digits and timesing it by the other 2. So for example, 9/11 is 9 times 11, which is hidden 99. So they might show 99 in something, in a movie, on an aircraft carrier, in G.I. Joe when I was a kid, show the aircraft carrier 99, or something like that, and it really means 9 times 11 or 9/11 is hidden. Another example of that is 333. So 333, you could look at it many ways. It could just be 3 plus 3 plus 3 and reduce it to 9, okay? A lot of different ways. A lot of these numbers can be reduced. Or the 9/11 can be reduced. You can take the 9 off, because 9 plus 1 is 10, take away the 0, and you have 1 left, and then you have another 1, so that's 11, and you can still reduce it all the way down to 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, but they like to times things as well, and to hide things. So, for example, 333, not only is 333 plus 333 666, they like that for a number of reasons. They also like 333 because 3 times 33 also equals 99. So it just gives you some examples how that works. And I'm saying this, in for example, on how they do these numbers, where they times them, multiply them, and some of the most crazy numbers is when you can have a 3 or 4 digit number and you multiply it, you can divide it, you can add, and it all comes up. Everything you do with that number becomes something, and that's what's unique about, like I've said many times, Obama's numbers. His numbers like 216, 42, 44, 84. I mean, all kinds of things. They're very unique, and there's many of them. But some are more known because 216 is the 216th day of the year, which is August 4th normally in a normal year. August 4th is 8-4. He was the 44th pres, so that's 4-4. Things that are normally associated with him that a lot of people know. Okay, and then there's offshoots of those numbers a lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know he's 666 in like many, many ways that I've shared in my videos. But okay, the last concept we'll talk about. See this 9 and 9/11? So the 9, like I just did earlier, basically 9 plus 1. So anytime you have a 9 with anything, it stays the same. So if I were to add 9 plus 1 is 10, they don't count zeros, so that goes back to being 1. And then you're just left with 11, 1 and the remaining 1, because you just had the 9 plus the first 1. Okay, so anything you add 9 to, it stays the same. So you can use it, or you can just slash it off. And so I'm going to say many times, I'm just going to knock that 9 off, and then you can see what the number is easier. Instead of saying, oh, 9 plus that number, so 9 plus 3 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, and we originally had a 9 and a 3, so we could just knock the 9 off, if that makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense. I'm trying to explain these things. I don't want to keep explaining it like 1,000 times in a video, and I'm sure you don't want to hear it. And then, for example, 9/11 is also 1 plus 1 is 2. So you have the 9, that green 9, for example, and then the 11 is 1 plus 1, and that ends up being 2. And so the subject matter I'm talking about with this particular pregnant woman in Australia, this happened on 9/2, which is hidden 9/11, amongst other things, but it had to do with promoting 9/11 and predictably programming 9/11, and a lot of numbers having to do with 9/2 being 9/11, basically. And you'll see this, okay? But 9/2. So if you're trying to hide the code of 9/11, you're going to make it 9/2. You're going to make it 6/2 because 9 is 6. You're going to make it, I mean, all kinds of things. And I'm going to go through that, so you're going to see what I mean by that. But that happened on 9/2. This whole thing with this lady, where the government came in and arrested her and everything in Australia, and actually it was Ballarat, however you say that, Victoria. Ballarat is basically, I looked into it, as the Highlands of Victoria, and Victoria's in Australia. So it's just, like an area of Victoria, I guess. So that happened on, actually, technically, I guess, September 2nd in Australia, but then it was reported on September 2nd here, because there's kind of a day delay, right? So they hit 9/2 before we do, because of time difference and everything. But both places was reported on 9/2 in a sense, I guess. So 9/2 is really hint 9/11. I'm going to prove that, and I'm going to prove that this whole thing is fake. But I just had to give you some kind of a legend to the map before we could start traveling here. So here we go. So immediately what I'm saying is, what I noticed was pink plaid pajamas. And pink, I remembered, and I've remembered for a while, that pink is 9/11 backwards. Okay, now buckle up here, because there's going to be tons of stuff that's going to prove that this is all fake. And literally, you could take any news article, you could take any thing out that they put out there in the fake news world, even sports and all kinds of things out there, and you can prove it false by Gematria. It's very effective this way, and I'm going to give you examples here. So pink is 119 or 911 backwards, or 9, 1 plus 1 is 2. 9-2, the day this happened, 9-2. That's the whole point. This happened on this day, and I'm going to prove that this is contrived because it's all going to match this day of 9-2, and ultimately it's saying 9-11, okay? So pajamas is 2-7. Remember, 7 is 9 because September is 7 and 9 is September. 2-7, 7-2. Okay, 7, 8 plus 3 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. 7-2, which is really 9-2. 6-2, 6 is really 9, so that's 9-2. So we have pink and we have pajamas equaling 7-2 or 9-2, which is the same number. And then pink pajamas is 9-11 backwards. Are you kidding me? It's going to get more funky here. Here we go. Pink pajamas is also, not only is it 9/11 backwards, it's also the attack day I'm talking about of 7-4, the 4th and 5th day that's coming up, and also other things. I'm going to talk about that. But we have 9-2. I mean, if that's not super clear that 9/11 is really 9-2. And then also, I'm going to show this here and there. There's a lot of gematria I could show in here that has to do with CBO, like 44s and 42s and 84s. They're all over the place. But then you just get gematried out. You're probably going to get gematried out in this whole thing, but I have to do it anyway to prove my point. But it's also showing 7-1. Or again, September 1st, which is Septem to the elites, which is 7-1, but to us it's 9-1. So you're going to see a lot where 7-1 equals 9-1, just like 9-11 equals 7-11, or 9-2 equals 7-2. But look here, pink pajamas is also 6-6-6. It's also 1-1, 1 plus 6 is 7, so that's 7-11 or 11-7 backwards. Again, and that's 7-2, which is 9-2. Okay, again, you got to understand these. That's why I did this, the keys in the beginning, so you understand how this works. Okay, and so she also is wearing pink plaid. Okay, that's plaid, so it's pink plaid. 9-2. Again, the day it happened, 9-2. Are you kidding me? And then pink plaid pajamas is, if you can believe it, 7-2, which is 9-2. 2-7, which is 7-2 backwards. You can just cross out the 9, because anything you add 9 to stays the same. And then I'm going to give you one example here of another example that I could show on a bunch of these, but I'm just showing you on things here and there. 14 is basically 7 plus 7, or 2 7s, or 2 7s is 14. So you have that sometimes. 1 plus 6 is 7, and then 7 4 plus 4 is 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. So that's 7-2. Again, 7 is really 9. Septem, that kind of thing. So here, let's just keep going. Eventually, I'm going to stop saying that so you can get the idea. And then Victoria, Australia is 2-6. Now remember, 6 is 9. So we have the 2nd of September because 6 is really 9. 6 is 1 or 9. I mean, sorry, 6 is 9 or 6 is what I meant to say. And Ballarat, Australia is 2-9. The 2nd of September is when this happened. This is going to keep going and going. Pregnant mom arrested, because that's how what they call mom in in England and Australia and all these places. Okay, pregnant mom arrested. And so I'm showing you some of these things that were in all these different articles. And it just dominates. It's crazy. All this stuff is these numbers. So you have 2, 8 plus 1 is 9. So that's 9-2 backwards. Let's keep going. Victoria was the city it was in. 119, 911 backwards. This keeps going. Here's one article that said exactly, pregnant Ballarat mom arrested for planning anti-lockdown rally. Now this is crazy. Pregnant Ballarat mom arrested for planning anti-lockdown rallies. Exactly 6:02. Again, 6 is 9. So we have 9:02. They don't count zeros. If you get rid of that, you have 9-2, the day it happened. Are you kidding me? I'm proving this. I'll keep proving it. You'll see. This is all gematria. This is all planned. In fact, look at mum is 44. Stinky BO is 44. I mean, there's stuff in all these numbers, even these little numbers everywhere. Even rally, the reason why they use rally is because it's 62, which is really 9-2. I mean, even, let's keep going here. Anti-lockdown rally phrase is even 2-9 or 9-2 backwards the day it happened. I mean, are you kidding me? So basically what's going on here is when you're trying to promote an idea, or 9/11, for example, that's coming, and there's a spiritual law saying before you kill a bunch of people, do all these different mass sacrifice rituals and stuff, you have to put that on the public, and you have to hide it. Or you have to put it out there, and then so there's no way that you have to do it. So they hide it as much as they can. So they put all these fake stories with all this gematria, and so they try to come up with these different concepts and stories that they can include as much of the same gematria numbers as they can. So you got Australia and Ballarat, and you got a pregnancy, and you got a pink plaid pajamas, because they all, when you put them together and separately, they all add to 9-2 or 2-9 or 7-2, which is all 9/11. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And then so anti-lockdown rally is 209. Guess what? Pregnant Ballarat mom is 209. So we have the full phrase. I'm proving this right here is basically 9-2 because 6 is 9. We have a separate phrase, part of that phrase, and then another separate part of this phrase is 209 or 9-2 backwards. Are you kidding me? It just keeps going. And then so I basically put it in a nutshell. They're basically saying pregnant parent pink plaid pajamas, and even that is 291. Okay, so 291 is a unique number as well because it's 9 or 29 or 92. From this is the 9 is the center point or the mirror in a sense. It's 92, which is again 2 is 1 and 1, so it's 911 and 91. And so what I'm saying, what I want to say about 91, I think the reason why they're promoting 91 and 911, and that's why I'm sharing this in this video, is because 9/1 happened. Now, I said in my last video, the September iPad Go 2 Part 1, the reason why I said that, and I've said in the past, it's been a while ago, I said the first day can either be something like a flood or something, because there's some precedence for it, or it could be absolutely nothing almost, and there's going to be something secret as far as his birth. It's a 13-day birthing process starting with the first day, but I was really seeing the attack starting on the 4/5th day, and even before that, I was looking at the 7/8th day as the beginning. But now I'm pretty sure it's the 4th to 5th, and then it's just going to increase in intensity until the 13th day. And that's what I'm saying at this point, okay? So it looks like if this is the time frame, now we'll see if this is the time frame that I'm talking about. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch my previous video called iPad Go 2 September, because it's like America's falling like a tree. September. Okay, so part 1. And I've put some stuff together for part 2, but I'm kind of waiting on some things, and I'm waiting on the Lord for some understanding of some things. So I'm throwing this out. I've put this together pretty fast, and I'm throwing this out just to prove to you that these things that are happening in the media, they're pointing to 9/1 and 9/11, and it looks like 9/1 has already started, maybe. So this is what it looks like to me. So I'm going to try to, it's definitely talking about 9/11, whatever day that ends up being in code. Okay, so let's keep going. Short hair. Even she has short hair. It's not long hair. She has short hair. It's this is so crazy. This show you how scripted this is in Gematria. Even when I first dive into some of these things, it's hard to believe that this is the case. But short hair is 116. And again, what's 116? 9/11 upside down and backwards. You take the 116, you just turn it upside down and backwards. It's 9/11. Okay. Even blonde. She's blonde, and it's a colored blonde. As you can see, she's got dark roots. So she could just be not blonde, but that wouldn't fit the part. That wouldn't fit all the gematria. So it had to be dyed. Okay, so short hair and blonde is 2-9 or 9-2 backwards. This is the day it happened. Are you kidding me? Even again, 9/11 still 9-2 the day it happened. And then she has a ponytail. Let me go back here. See that kind of ponytail thingy? She literally has a ponytail. And ponytail is what? So 6 in here is 9. 6 or 9, so it's going to be, I'm going to make it a 9, and again, you can just slash it out, and then you have 7-2. Remember, 7 is 9. So again, we have 7-2 is 9-2, is 5-2, is 3-2. I'm not getting into all that. People who watch my videos know what I'm talking about, but I'm not getting that anybody who hasn't seen them yet. That's why I did this in the beginning, because I want more people to see some of this stuff. Hopefully this will get to more audience that haven't seen my videos, because I want to show you what they're doing every single day to dupe the public, to bring the whole world into one world government, one world religion, one world evil dictator. Stinky B.O., the 44th Prez. He has many names. I'll call him a bunch of BS, Barry Soetoro. Okay, so even short ponytail, again, is 1. Again, I showed you how like 9 times 11, or if you have 9/11, then 9 times 11 is 99. They do this a lot with 1s. So 1 times 92 is 92. Again, that was the day it happened. They like to do that. Or it could be sometimes be even 1 plus 92. And in fact, Stinky BO, I've mentioned that many times. He's actually 93, he's 84, and 57. All three of those add up to 12, and 12 adds up 1 plus 2 is 3 because he's 3. He's Abaddon, Lord of the Bottomless Pit. Anyway, all kinds of things. So he is 50. He's Mr. 57. He's Mr. 93, and he's Mr. 84. And most people know 84 because August 4th is his birthday, but most people don't know 93, the Law of Thelema, which is 93. And most people don't know that he's Mr. 57. I've shown how he's Mr. 57 on my video so far over 70 times. His inauguration was the 57th inauguration, the last one that he had. I mean, he said that he visited 57 states. I mean, all kinds of. Watch some of my previous videos, and you'll see that. One of my last ones here, the one I just did actually has a lot of those. The iPad Goat 2. September has a lot of those. This September, how he's Mr. 57. I at least have 10 in there or more. So here, let's keep going here. And then now let's add this all together. Short-haired blonde with ponytail is 291. Look, here's 291 again. Remember, this is 291, and I just kind of summed it up of what I was seeing. And then look here, short-haired blonde with ponytail, 291, or 29 times 1 is 29, or 92 backwards. Again, that's the day it happened. Are you kidding me? This is crazy. Her name is Zoe Lee. Now, I'm going by, there's another name for her, which is Zoe Lee Bueller, or however you say that. Okay, but let me go back to this. Zoe Lee is on this supposed Facebook post that she posted for this rally, anti-lockdown rally, which is 92. Anyway, her name is Zoe Lee, apparently, but that's not a real name, I'm sure, because it's all made up for this, of course, because it's 7-2, and which is 7 is 9. Remember September, okay? Here we go. Now, Zoe Lee Bueller, or however you say that, is, check this out. It's not only 7-1. Okay, remember I'm saying they're showing 7-1 and 9-1 being September 1st. That's 3 plus 4 is 7-1. It's also 9-1 because it's backwards. Remember, if they hide things backwards, upside down, or upside down and backwards. So that's how they hide things. So it's natural they would do things backwards. That's really 91 or 9-1. This is really 7-1. So this shows you, for example, when you use a lot of different ciphers, they prove each other. This shows that 9-1 is 7-1. And then even right here, so 6 is 9, so that's 9-2, 9-2. So Zoe Lee Bueller, however you say that, is 9-2, the day it happened. And then we have 55, which is 5 times 11, and 511 is 711 is 911. 46 backwards is number for birth, 23 chromosomes from each parent, and also 46 is gematria, 2 different gematrias for birth and born is 46. 5-4 is another tact day. That 7-4 I showed you earlier is 5-4, is 9-4. And then 1-2-6 is also backwards, 6-12. Or, let's say it this way. It's also scrambled 2-1-6. You know what? I'm not getting into that right now. But maybe I will. 6, again, like I said, it could be 9. So 9, it's 9-12, which we have 9-11 and 9-12. Are both the attack days for the mega tsunamis that are coming. And this is the month of September. This is, again, 9-1 as well. There's 9-1. That's his birthday, 8-4, August 4th. And then 11 times 4 is 44. Okay, I'm just showing you. There's all these numbers I'm showing, even in Zoe Lee, and I mean, all this, there's many of these things. And I'm just giving you one example of a bunch, so you don't just, I'm not just ranting on all this stuff, even though I probably am ranting. So, but anyway. Okay, so this is supposedly the post that she did on Facebook. Okay, this is so full of gematria, it's ridiculous. This is so fake, can't even tell you, okay? So this was all set up as a long sheet up and down, but I put it side by side so I could fit it on this landscape here. But this is crazy. Wait till you see all this. Okay, so freedom, look at this first. First thing I want to show you is Saturday. Saturday on the calendar is the 7th day in a week. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the 7th day. So that's 7-11. Okay? And remember, 7 is 9 because of September. So that's 9/11. It's right there. And then check this out. You won't believe this. Freedom Day Ballarat. Okay? This is all full of joy. It's just so bad. You won't believe this. So Freedom Day Ballarat. What's this all really about? I've said it's about Stinky BO. Well, this is the proof. There's all kinds of proof, but this is one big proof right here. Freedom Day Ballarat, which is the headline of this. It might as well just have said Barack Hussein Obama, because they match, those 6 ciphers match completely, because these are the exact, right here, 163, 163, 323, 323, and 107. 1 plus 6 is 7, 17, 17, 17, 1, 2 plus 5 is 7, 978, 978, 1938, 1938. I mean, you might as well just say Barack Hussein Obama on the thing, because that's what it's hiding. It's all about him. I told you. This is impossible. Not only the slides I just showed you in a row, one after the other, each separate word, and you add all the words together, that they're all 9-2 or 2-9 or 7-2, which is all the same thing. It's impossible for these just to be one after the other, after the other, after the other. And this right here is absolutely impossible. Let me tell you something about Barack Hussein Obama. All his gematria have to do with the days he's going to be born. Okay, and this is all very intricate. Again, people are, what I've said many times in my videos, the demons, the very smart demons that are behind this, and have been behind these people, all these elites and stuff that are running all this thing for so many hundreds and thousands of years. They're the brains behind this whole thing, and they're the only ones that can coordinate all this over this time, because they're spirits that run, and they don't die, and they just go from person to person and all this stuff, and that's how this works. So let me show you this. So for example, a lot of people don't know about this. So right here, for example, 6-3 is 9, so that's 9-1 backwards, and that is his birth. The first day of his birth is 9-1. Okay, right here, this is upside down and backwards. Again, this is one of his numbers. This is reverse full reduction of Barack Insane Obama, like I like to say. That's 9-11. Again, this is his first day of his birth, 9-1. More proof of what I've said through all kinds of evidence in predictive programming and media and stuff, but also in iPad Goat. I've shown this many times, the Apple roll and what that all means. Plus, I mean, look at the gematria. It's crazy. So this is 9/11. So this is his one of his birthdays is 9/1 and then 9/11. This one's backwards. This was upside down and backwards. And again, 7. This is also, of course, the 9/11, but there's also 1 and 6 is 7. Backwards is 7/1 or September 1st. Septem is 7 in Latin. Again, there it is again. Okay, and I'm gonna get into all these, but I want to mark out this as well. What's 323? Well, the 323rd day of the year, only on a leap year, is November 18th. So you have 11. 1 plus 8 is 9. 11-9 or 9-11 backwards. Are you kidding me? Okay, more proof of what I've said. Look at 1938. Again, remember, you can just get rid of the 9 when it's on there, because anything else, so just get rid of the 9, and then 3 plus 8 is 11, so you have 111. What's significant about 111? Okay, it's many things, because he's 1 plus 1 plus 1. He's 3. Remember, I told you he was Mr. 57, Mr. 93, and Mr. 84, because all those add up to 12, and 1 plus 2 is 3, so 111 is 3, plus, only on a leap year, on 9/11 being the 255th day of the year, there's 111 days left to make it round out a 366-day leap year. So 111 is pointing to 9/11 as well. So this is how many days left over when you get to 9/11. Are you kidding me? I'm proving this stuff, people. If you can't see this stuff and all the evidence I'm showing you with numbers, people say, oh, numbers can be anything you want to. BS, Barry Soetoro. I'm proving it. If you don't understand numbers, that's one thing. But if you understand numbers, I'm proving it left and right. This cannot be. These things cannot be, and I'm going to keep going here. So, back to this. What's the next thing I'm going to show? Well, remember, this is Barack Hussein Obama right here. What's this? And I had to cut it off a little bit over here, but it's Sturt Street, Ballarat Central, VIC, whatever this means. I don't know. I don't live there. 3350, Australia, right? Well, let's look at Sturt Street first. This is crazy. Sturt is 72, of course, which is 92. Street is 92 backwards. Again, this all happened on this day, remember? It's crazy. Okay, let's go back to this. The next thing I'm going to do is do the whole thing. Okay, I'm just going to go do the whole thing. Instead, there's so much I could do each little thing here, but I'm just going to hit certain main points, because I'm sure you don't want to go through the whole thing. So let's do the whole thing right here, though. Sturt Street, Ballarat Central, VIC. Oh, by the way, let me mention a couple things. BC first letter code is 23. He's Mr. 23. He had a when he supposedly played basketball in high school, he had a number 23 jersey, and that's what Michael Jordan had, and all that stuff, and even the other guy, the other famous basketball player, I can think of his name is. Anyway, I'm sure someone will come up with that. And then right here also, TL is 2-3 because T is 20, take away the 0, and then L is 12, which is 1 plus 2 is 3, so that's 23 and 23 is the last letter code, and 23 plus 23 is 46, his birth. So there's so much in this. And then right here, I'm not, forget that. We won't get into all that. So here, let's go to the next thing. So we're going to do this full thing here. Sturt Street, Ballarat Central, this whole thing, Australia. Check it out. Sturt Street, this whole thing is 127. Okay, so 1 times 27 is 27, and 7 is really 9, so that's the 2nd of September, and of course September is 7. Okay, boom. Like I've said, let's go back to this. What's the next thing? Well, I already showed you Zoe Lee, and what that was 7-2 or 2-7, right? Let's go to, see, this is part of it down here, but I had to bring it up here now. Peaceful protest. Is that Gematria? Heck yeah, it is. Peaceful protest is 182, or 1 plus 8 is 9-2. The day it happened again. I mean, what are the chances of this? They're impossible. They're off the charts impossible. I mean, a couple things maybe. All of these, no way. Never. If you understand numbers whatsoever, there's no way. Okay? Then the next one here. I'm going to pick out this right here. September 5th is Freedom Day. Who says? This is made up. September 5th is Freedom Day. September 5th is Enslavement Day because it equals 116. Again, how many 116s are we going to find? In pink and some other words, but whatever. It's 116 is 9/11 upside down and backwards, of course. So I'm going to go into, you watch this video, I'm going to go into the first section of their communication back and forth. Show you this is completely scripted because this cannot happen. These numbers cannot hit every single time with all their phrases. Okay, I'm going to prove it to you. Here you go. This guy walks in here, says, or she says, the first thing she says in the video, you can show me your search warrant before you go through my house. Okay, and that is 2 plus 7 is 9-2. The day it happened, September 2nd. Are you kidding me? And then he says, here it is. There's the search warrant. And that is, again, you can knock a 9 out. Any 9 you want, you can knock out. So that's 2-9 or the 2nd of September. Boom, knock that 9 out. Or again, 9 plus 9 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. Okay, however you want to do it. Okay, and then she says, search warrant for what? 1 times 92 is September 2nd, the day it happened again. I mean, are you kidding me? Okay, I'm going to just go back to this again. Okay, so then he says, now what we'll explain to you is if you want to listen. I listened to exactly what he said. Now what we want to explain to you is if you want to listen, or however we said it, right? 6-2, and remember, 6 is 9, so we have 9-2. September 2nd again. I mean, wow. Okay, hopefully you've seen this. This is impossible. Look, for example, look at this whole phrase. It ended up being 44 letters, Stinky B.O., and 13 words, which is rebellion, or it's also the 13 days of his birth. Starting from 9-1 to 9-13. Boom. And then he says, you got your phone going? So right after he said, now what we'll explain to you is if you want to listen, now you got your phone going? So he's saying it like, yeah, you're recording me. Again, this is very scripted. So I'm telling you, 6 is really 9. So we have the 2nd of September. 6 is really 9. Or 6 is 6 or 9, really. And then she says, yeah, I do, yeah. And this is all kind of fast, right? But that's 9/11 scramble in a sense. So that, I mean, I show that many times. They do that where it's scrambled, but obviously you can see how it's 9/11. I mean, obviously. That's one of their tactics they do as well. And I forgot to even mention that, but that's I don't really have to mention. I'm mentioning it now. Okay. And then here he is. He's like, this is what you're getting in trouble for. He says, you are under arrest in relation to incitement. And then what's 2946? 2946 is that same number I showed several times already. 291 when 9's in the middle and to the left you have, or it's 29 times 1. And so 29 is the 2nd of September. Boom. And then she says, excuse me, excitement for what? And then that is many things. It's 2 plus 9 is 11. It's 11, 8, and 11, 8, and 11, 8. 8, 11, 11, 8. Same thing. 8, 11 is 9, 11 because when you get to September 11th, you went through 8 months and 11 days of the year. So 8, 11 is 9, 11 already. But without that, you also have 9 plus 8 is 17. So that we have 217. What's 217? The 217th day of the year, only on a leap year, is Barack Obama's birthday, August 4th. And it keeps coming back around to him. See, I hate all this stuff, really, because I'm tired of talking about him. But the Lord wants me to do this because people need to know he's coming back, and he's been coming back. He's talking more now. There's more stuff going on. He's going to be revealed as the Antichrist very soon. And the man-child, the faithful in Christ, is going to be taken up into heaven at the same time. They're taken up, and then he's revealed to the world, and he's going to put everybody in enslavement, and eventually the mark and all that stuff. So this is all coming. Hello. Okay, and then so we also have 127. Well, what's 127? 127 is a couple things. 1 times 27. Again, they love to do this because there's multiple meanings. 1 times 27 is, of course, the 2nd of September, and September is 7. Or it's also 1, 2 plus 7 is 9. Or it's 9, 1. So, again, same thing. Because they're both his birthday. That's why they have it that way. That's why they do these numbers that way. Okay? And then also, another way of looking at it is 117 is 1 plus 1 is 27, the 2nd of September. But also 1 plus 7 is 8, so 18, he loves 18, like Peyton Manning, because Barack Obama lives underneath the technology of the Denver International Airport. And the Denver International Airport is called the Den now, and there's a big lit up snake that's at the entrance. Look it up. And he spends a good amount of time underneath the Denver International Airport, and I have a lot of reasons for that. And my daughter saw it when she was like 5 years old. She didn't even know who he was, and he was telling people at computers to create tornadoes, earthquakes, and hurricanes. And she was telling me this when she was 5 or whatever. And years later, she saw him for the first time on TV, and she said, "That's the man, Daddy," before I even know he was the Antichrist. I mean, are you kidding me? I got so much evidence, so much proof, it's ridiculous. And then I'm trying to show you with numbers and proving it time after time after time after time with my videos that he's the Antichrist without any doubt, because everything comes back to him. I mean, even, we were going over I could do a whole video on Chadwick Boseman, and I have all this stuff. I just don't have time to put it all together. I have all this stuff on him being the Black Panther, and I've said this in the past. The Black Panther is 666 in English Gematria, and he played Jackie Robinson, the movie 42. 42 is the number of the Antichrist. He will reign for 42 months in Revelation. And Jackie Robinson was a Black Panther in a particular unit when Jackie Robinson was in the military. He was a Black Panther. The unit they were called the Black Panthers. I mean, are you kidding me? This is impossible. Kobe Bryant was killed, and he's a Black Mamba, and you have the Black Panther. They're both black beasts, and he's a beast. He is the black. And I'm going to tell you something that's really crazy. Between Kobe Bryant's death, which was January 26th, and Chadwick Boseman's death, which was August 28th, and I didn't do a slide there, I'm just doing this off the cuff here. Between those two dates, those two deaths, the Black Mamba and the Black Panther, he played the Black Panther, right? And Kobe Bryant was called the Black Mamba, and they're both about Obama. The difference between those two dates is 216 days. The 216th day of the year is Barack Obama's birthday, August 4th. Are you kidding me? Wake up, people. This is your wake-up call. Because guess what? Not too much longer. America's done and over with, and you better know that he's coming, and hopefully you know Jesus. You need to know Jesus right now before it's too late. I'm telling you. So right here, remember I said the difference between Kobe Bryant's death and Chadwick Boseman's death is exactly 216 days. Look it up. 8 plus 8 is 16. That's 216. Barack Obama's birthday. This is all about his birth, because 7/11 is 9/11 is his birthday. Coming up very soon. Okay, then we have 2. 1 plus 2 plus 4 is 7. 2, 7. Again, all these are 7/11. in all this banter back and forth. It's all organic? No. It's all contrived, planned, acted out. And we all bought it. Kind of. I didn't really buy it. At first I did for the first few minutes, and then I'm like, wait a minute. And I just knew some stuff. Anyway, here we go. And then just to throw in here, the boyfriend says at one point, I'm relaxed, because the guy's like, relax. And I'm like, I'm relaxed. This is just very unfair. And 1 times 92 is 92, or September 2nd. Are you kidding me? Okay, let me throw this in here too. So this was in the Daily Mail. So some of these phrases I got from different publications and stuff, or different news sources, news outlets and stuff. The Daily Mail is one of the biggest Gematria BS that there is, Barry Soetoro's there is, that promotes him and secretly and all kinds of stuff. Just to add to that, they had this extra story that no one else had, where they said Jessica Pinkstone. I mean, pink, remember pink plaid pajamas? Now they have Jessica Pinkstone, who's pictured, an Australian expat, which I think means expatriate, living in Los Angeles, reposts a Facebook event for an anti-lockdown protest in Victoria that got pregnant mother Zoe Buller arrested. Okay, so they add to the story with more BS, Barry Soetoro, okay? And I'm going to prove it. This is all, I mean, look, her name is Pinkstone. She's wearing a pink dress. I mean, wow. I mean, wow. Okay, here we go. Ready? Remember, pink is 119 or 911 backwards. So we have that. Stone, as in Pinkstone, is 6'2". Remember, 6 or 9. That's 9'2", the day this happened. And then Pinkstone is 911 upside down and backwards, 116. It keeps going, if you can believe it. Jessica Pinkstone is 2. 4 plus 3 is 7. 2-7 is really 2-9 or 9-2. Pink dress, just to prove that 9-1 is what they're going after too, as well as 9-2. Plus dress, I didn't put in here, but to show you right here, dress is 6-2, which 6 is really 9 is 9-2, and she's wearing a dress. Okay. It just, even again, there's little attention to detail. This is all made. It's a made up story to deliver the Gematria to you, to cause spiritual things to move in their direction. It's hard to explain. I'm not getting into all what that means. Basically, there's power in these words that they know that people don't know, and Gematria gives them this power to get people to say words and accept words, that gives them power to move the masses and predictably programs them to move the way they want them to go. I'm probably not doing the best way to explain it. I should do a video on that someday, just to get into the whole reason and why this stuff works. I'm not sure I understand it completely myself. I mean, I understand it to some degree, but it's real, it's true, it works, it's what they're doing, and I'm proving it. Okay. And then the fact that this even an Australian story is because of this. I mean, are you kidding me? We had Pinkstone 116. Australian is 116. The reason why this is even a story from Australia or Australian at all is because it's 9/11, upside down and backwards. Are you kidding me? And then right here, she said, remember they said she was an Australian expat, which I think means expatriate, because she's still supporting Australia from afar, from Los Angeles, right? So X is 2-9, the 2nd of September, the day this happened again. And then Pat is 161, again, is 116 scramble, which is 9/11 upside down and backwards. Then we got it all together. Australian expat, or look at the top, right? Australian expat is 9-2. 1 plus 8 is 9-2. September 2nd, when this happened again, for the 100th time, whatever it's been. And then we have, check it out, we have Los Angeles, which is 116 scrambled again. 116 or 161, 161, which is 116, 116, 116. Anybody 116? Okay, so, and then go to this. Okay, so I'm almost done here. This happened also on 9-2, okay? Because 9-2 is really 9, and 2 is 1 and 1, and 9/11, so it's a hidden 9/11. And also, they've been talking about these asteroids that are going to hit, or going to pass, or whatever. And the different dates they've been saying are 9/11s, okay? Or this one that they were saying that was going to happen a couple days ago, or passed by, was 9/1, and that was code for 9/1. But that was more obvious because it was actually on the day. But they do a lot of these codes. There's one that's going to happen. It's supposed to be on November 2nd, right before the election, and Novem is 9 in Latin. Okay, and second is really 1-1. Again, another way of doing 9/11. They do this in everything, so many things. They're doing it more and more now because I think we're closer than we've ever been. And if I'm right about this 9/11, or it could be a code for later in this month for the next 9/11. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that right now. But check this out. So we have urgent request sent to states in push for coronavirus vaccine delivery by November 1st. Okay, so this happened on September 2nd, which is really 9/11 because 2 is 1 and 1. And then November 1st is really, Novem is really 9 in Latin. So that's 9/1. So we have 9/1 and 9/11 code in this whole thing. And I'm going to prove it. So check this out. This whole phrase, urgent request sent to states to push, is right here. Urgent request sent to states to push for coronavirus vaccine delivery by November 1st is 3 plus 6 is 9, 2, which is the day this happened. September 2nd. 3 plus 6 is 9, 2, September 2nd. And then look at this guy's name, Michael Wilner. Here's two ways that it is. We have 219, okay? And one way of looking at this is 9-1 and 9-2, which is 2 is really 1 and 1. So this shows 9-1 and 2, or 9-1 and then 2 is 1 and 1. So another way to look at it could be 3-9 hidden, but it's 9-1 and 9-11 and 9-2. I'm telling you, that's how they do this. And also, the reason why this is very important is because I had a dream months ago. I've shared this in my videos where I was sitting down, and so was Jesus, and he right up in between both of us, kind of like on a just floating in the air between both of us. I was facing him, he's facing me, and we were both sitting down. And 216 was in the air. Okay, and I'm, whatever. I don't personally dream about this stuff. It's just what he shows me and stuff. And he gets up and he takes his finger, he stands up, takes his hand or his couple fingers, and flips the 6 to a 9. And it's 219. So basically, what he's saying to me was that 216 is 219 because, of course, 6 is 9, like I've said, and he confirmed that in that dream. What I already knew, and he confirmed it. But also that 216 is his birthday, which is the 216th day of the year on normal years, right? But then also 219 is his birthday, which guess what it is? It's 912 backwards, 912. So his birthday is 9/11 and 9/12, and I've been saying for almost 2 years that 9/11 and 9/12, or whatever those the 11 and 12th day, is the day of the mega tsunamis, and those are the days of his birth, depending on which coast or which time zone you're in. Okay, so 9/12. So literally, in all the stuff in his numbers are secret codes for his birth. Even his August 4th, I've shared this many times in previous videos, August 4th, 1961 is really 3/11, which is 3:33. Anyway, okay, so let's keep going. And then Michael Wilner is also, again, scratch out the 9. You have 7-2, or you can do 9 plus 2 is 11. 7-11, which is 9/11, because 7 is 9. 9/11, 7/11, or 7-2 is 9-2, and that's the day this happened. 9-2, which is 7, because I showed that at the beginning. So, hopefully you get the point of this. I had to throw this out there. This is massive evidence by the numbers. If you don't see this, you don't get this. Either you don't know numbers, or you're blind. You can be. Because there's no way this can be. All this stuff together can't all equal 9-2. They just can't. And that was the day it happened. And so that's one of the things that they do a lot. And they love to anchor to the day it happens. And if anybody who's really looking can see that, and it's evidence. It's massive evidence, because these things cannot be, or for all these things to be the same thing. It's crazy. So I just want to thank you. All of you that have given to this ministry and what I do, I so thank you so much, and I just can't thank you enough. I can't get it to everybody on everything, so thank you. Just impossible. Can't get to everybody and everything to thank them and everything. So emails and donations and stuff like that. So thank you so much. I mean, really, for the bottom of my heart, my family's heart, thank you. Thank you for your prayers so much, and we need it. We're getting attacked. YouTube's always doing something screwy and always messing with me, and I'm not going to get into all this stuff. They shadow ban me incredibly, and I've proven that 1,000 times how much they've shadow banned me. A lot of people have been unsubscribed to me. They've had their notification bells turned off, all kinds of stuff. I have over 20,000 subscribers, and I'm lucky if I get a video to go over 10,000 views. I'm lucky. Most of them are under that. And that's insane. It never used to be that way. To prove that my point, I used to have 50,000 view videos. My biggest video ever was 174,000 views, and I'll never get that again. There's no way, ever. I've gotten 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, 90,000 views on iPad Go 2 videos in the past. I can't even come anywhere close to getting to 10,000 anymore, it seems like. If I do, it's a miracle. So I thank you for also liking this. I'm sorry, thumbs upping this, because there's always going to be the thumbs downers because they can't take the truth and they hate me just because I'm telling the truth. I'm warning people of their lives and what's coming, and they're just being a pessimist. Yeah, you that are put the thumbs down every time because you're a pessimistic jerk. How dare you? And you're going to stand before Jesus one day. I'm just telling you, yeah, you. You're going to stand before Jesus one day, whether you believe in him or not, and he's going to judge you based on what you do. So you better get with him and get to know him and have him cover all your sins, because every time you do something bad, it's coming back to you. It's not good, but that's the way it is. I'm telling you. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for thumbsing up. I want this to get as many people as possible, and hopefully it's a bunch of new people. So when I do my next video, and I'm kind of looking at the 4th and the 5th to see what happens. And if nothing major happens, then the 7th and 8th will be huge. I'm looking at the 7th and 8th to be the biggest. And if nothing happens by the 8th, then we're at a different time frame, the next possible. But I'm telling you, this 9-1 and 9-11 codes, they're so solid because everything equals that. It absolutely, I'm so convinced of that. So hopefully that makes sense to you. And thank you for your support. Thank you for your prayers. And please share this video with people, because if anybody saw this video of this lady and this whole thing and they just had compassion for her, and which it's natural, you should. But this is not only predictive programming with what's coming in the future, like the 9/11 and 9/1 and all this stuff, like I said, it's also a massive psyop, which these groups do all the time, all these different psyops, and it's designed to get people not to act, not to post things on Facebook, not to organize, because next thing you know, you could have the police show up and arrest you as a pregnant woman in pajamas in your own house. I mean, give me a break. I mean, that's one of the things that stuck out for me about that. I mean, seriously, you got to pick every kind of just no-no. Go into somebody's house, find a pregnant lady who's got pajamas on, and throw handcuffs on her. I mean, that stuck out to me a lot. I mean, I'm pretty good at seeing those kind of things, and that's why I do these videos, because a lot of people don't see what I see. I'm not touting anything. It's just that Jesus, he's giving me insight and say, wait, hold on, wait, what? But people, they have emotions, and they feel for people, and I totally get it, and I do too. But I saw this right away. So again, thank you so much. And again, please thumbs up. And also, the notification bell, even though YouTube might turn it off, turn it on if you can. Go there and turn it on. And please share these videos with more people. So again, I need to warn as many people as possible, especially when these things start happening. So this is Exalted Lamb 1, over and out.